Beauty Fit Desi here, and today I'm here to give you guys some vegetarian ravioli. So I've been really in the mood for some pasta lately, so I've decided to make some vegetable ravioli using asparagus and mushrooms. The ravioli itself is stuffed with goat cheese and tomatoes. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we're waiting for our pan to heat up right now. I'm going to go ahead and just coat that with a little bit of olive oil. And this is where we're going to go ahead and sear our asparagus and mushrooms. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and add some minced garlic into our pan. We're going to add in about a tablespoon. So next what we're going to do is add in our asparagus, because asparagus is going to take just a little bit longer to cook down than our mushrooms. So I already chopped these off camera into like bite-sized pieces, so I'm just going to go ahead and add them in. Alright guys, perfect. So that's going to go ahead and sear. I'm going to give it a second before I add in our mushrooms. And in the meantime, we can go ahead and start working on our sauce. So I'm going to turn our fire up to about a medium-high fire. Well, this really on this stove top, it's really high, but you can put your fire on about a medium heat. I'm going to start with our crushed tomatoes. Ah! Oh my God, it's attacking me! Okay. Put it on a medium heat. Alright guys, I'm going to add just a little bit of water in as well, just to loosen that up a bit. Next, I'm going to add our red pepper spread. Give that a pat on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and put that in to our sauce as well. And this is going to give it some really nice flavor. So I used about 3/4 of the spread. Alright, let's make sure that we're washing our asparagus. I'm just going to stir that a little. Cool. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in our mushrooms. Alright, I'm going to lubricate this pan with a little bit more olive oil. And turn our fire up just a little bit. Okay guys, so I just went ahead and switched the pans because I noticed that my burner has a big side and a small side. So that probably explains why the sauce was going haywire on this side, because it just had a larger surface of heat. Now that our asparagus and our mushrooms are sizzling really nicely, which I am very happy about, we're going to go ahead and season them with a little bit of salt. Okay. Gonna stir that around. Okay guys, we're cooking up lovely over here. Okay. So now we're going to focus back on our sauce. I'm going to add some pesto into our sauce to give that a beautiful, light and fresh taste. And now I'm going to go ahead and season our vegetables. So I'm going to start with some black pepper and our garlic powder. We're going to use these in our sauce as well. I'm going to put just a little bit of onion powder over our vegetables as well. And that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and stir that in. We're gonna go ahead and add in, now that we finished with our sauces, we're gonna go ahead and season. I'm gonna put in our chopped herbs. We have some basil and oregano. I'm gonna use the remainder of this black pepper. Garlic powder. Onion powder, just a little bit, and Italian seasoning. Yay! This sauce is gonna be awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay guys, so our vegetables have cooked down so nicely. So nicely. The only thing is that our mushrooms have created almost like a gravy. So we're gonna have to strain this. So last but not least, for our sauce, we're gonna add in our butter and milk. So I'm adding about a tablespoon of butter and 1 cup of milk. Yummy. Yay, so now we have like a vodka sauce. Okay guys, can you see the excitement on my face? Because this looks so good. So our mushrooms and the asparagus are definitely done. So I turned off the fire for that. I'm going to let our sauce simmer for just a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and get a pan so that we can stuff everything into the pan so we can place everything into the oven to bake. Okay guys, so we're ready to add everything into our baking pan. So I preheated my oven for 375 degrees. That's just a guesstimate only because I don't want it to slow cook in the oven, but I don't want it to burn and sizzle either. So I think 365 would be appropriate for this recipe. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this ladle, add in a layer of sauce to the bottom of the pan. Okay, wonderful. So now we're gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of our vegetables. Okay guys, so we have our sauce laid out, a little bit of our vegetables, like half of them. So we're gonna go ahead and add in the ravioli, which I already cooked and strained off camera. So I'm just gonna single-handedly add them into the pan so that it's like a nice layer and they can bake evenly. Okay guys, so we actually have a little bit more to make a second layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in a little bit more sauce. I'm really happy about that. A little bit more. Cool. So now we'll go ahead and add in more ravioli. Okay guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and add in some more vegetables and then a last layer of sauce. Okay, wonderful guys. Look at this, looking so good. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add in our last layer of sauce. And this layer I'm gonna try to be a little bit more decorative. And just close it off. Oh, this is wonderful, guys. This is like a piece of artwork. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Oh. So now the last thing that we're gonna do is add in some goat cheese. I'm also just gonna sprinkle the last bit of black pepper on top just to make sure that it's marinated deliciously, which I already know that it is, but I just want to do this anyway because I can, you know. And then we'll also add a little bit more of Italian seasoning. This looks like heaven. Okay, so now for our goat cheese. Smelly. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingers to separate this cheese because goat cheese is very moist. It's not like feta cheese that's a little bit like drier. Okay guys, so I'm all done now. We layered our ravioli beautifully. It looks amazing. I love it. I'm so super proud of this dish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it with some aluminum foil and put it in the oven for 30 minutes. Hey guys, so I'm back now and I took our ravioli out of the oven and it looks wonderful. Everything has like marinated together. It smells delicious and I can see that all the vegetables are of a nice consistency where it's not going to be like too crunchy, too chewy. It'll all just kind of, it'll just taste so wonderful together. I'm really going to let this cool though and settle in the pan. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover it back up and place it on the side of the stove for a few hours. And then I'll come back to eat it later. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you guys later. Bye.